Adelai Brown, your heart coach, and I wanted to get on today and have a little bit of heart talk with you guys. Um, One thing I've had a couple of experiences happen in my life, and a lot of times we have a lot of times we have certain expectations, certain thoughts and feelings and entitlement to others, and we feel like, look, you should know, right? I've heard a lot of women say about their man, about their father, just a minute in their life. He should just know. He should know how I feel. He should know why I'm acting like this. He should know what's wrong with me. He should know what I want him to do. He should just know. How should he know? And the same thing for men. She should know. She should know that when I did this, it meant that. She should know that when I do this, this is what I'm wanting from her. No. When you start to really take control of your life and you say you're going to live your life authentic, you're going to live your life on purpose, you're going to live your life full of intention and gratitude. One of the things you have to understand is that you cannot place unexpected, unexpressed expectations on other people and expect for them to give you what you need, give you what you want. And I know for some people you don't want to hear this, but this is for people who are mature and people who are looking at their lives and saying, what can I do to experience a better life? What can I do to have better quality in my relationships? One of the things you can do is do more introspection, do more self-reflection. Start to look at your and look at the relationships that you are currently in, the relationships you used to be in, and think about yourself. Like, really look at yourself and think about how you were showing up in those relationships previously and how you're currently showing up in your relationships now. A lot of times we give our power over to other people. And as I'm heading into the office, I like to come on and talk to the Heart Tribe when I'm on the way in the office. I'm excited. I was telling our Heart Tribe on Heart Talk on Tuesday night. I want y'all to be on the lookout because I'm getting ready to publish a new journal. I talk a lot about journals. I encourage y'all to journal. And for years, I've been an advocate for journals. I've bought people journals. I've given away journals. But I'm so excited to say that Adelai Brown, Addie BB, will be publishing a journal, and it will be coming out in February. My very first book that I published, Anchored, Be Blessed Daily, Volume 1. It's a daily devotional. It is a really amazing book. I'm not just saying it because it's my book. I'm just saying from the feedback that I've gotten from many who have read it, and many people have bought it and gifted it to others, and it's just been a great tool. And so this journal is like almost like a devotional companion to Anchored, but you don't need Anchored to use this journal. And because a lot of members of the Heart Tribe, a lot of people that I come into contact with, have not really been avid journalers, I wanted to create a guided journal, semi-guided. It gives you a lot of space to share your thoughts and feelings and really express yourself. But I also wanted to create a journal that could kind of guide your thoughts, because we do get sometimes we do get very distracted. Sometimes life does pull us in multiple directions, and so I'm just really excited about this. And I'm even more excited because we are on this journey together, right? We have our monthly Heart Equity Exchange. They're held virtually. We're going to be coming to a city near you, someplace in USA, so be on the lookout. I want to hear from y'all and where y'all are from, and let me know some of the cities that you want us to bring this heart equity experience and heart work to, because I believe when we heal our hearts, we don't just transform our lives, we transform the entire world. And so I'll be talking more about that in the future, but it really ties into what I'm talking about today. You will really be disappointed. You will be very disheartened. You will be very let down if you keep expecting other people to act and respond and live life the way you do. That's not how this works. But what you are supposed to do is pay attention to how you react and how you respond when you're interacting with other people, especially when they did not do what you expected them to do, or they did not behave the way you expected them to behave, right? This is how we grow. I know this ain't fancy, this ain't sexy, this ain't something that people running and jumping to do, but I can promise you, if you lock in to this way of living, you will get to experience a joy that's an unspeakable joy. When I talk about being able to have a relationship with my family members, my aunts and uncles, being able to restore the relationship with my mother and my father, and being able to develop a relationship with my children where we interact with one another and love one another. Like, I didn't think I could raise my children in a family. I didn't think I could raise my children in a family with a mother and a father, and they could get to experience a lot of the joys in life like when I was growing up. And so doing this hard work really works. And I just want to encourage you to continue to do your work. And don't expect other people to act like you. Don't expect other people to behave like you. Don't expect other people to think the way you think. Don't expect other people to act the way you act. But you do look at how you respond to these people and adjust yourself accordingly. Right? Like, we look at what's going on in our government right now. We look at what's going on in our country. I talk to a lot of people who are confused. They don't know what to do. They're anxious. They don't know about some of their health care benefits. I know a lot of federal employees that don't really know what's going on with their positions right now. And it's a lot of other things that are going on in the world. It's a lot of war. They're saying it's a tuberculosis breakout. What am I saying? We have to really, I believe that when we do our hard work, y'all, I really believe that we transform the world. I really believe that's how people get healing and deliverance. I believe that when we start to be more responsible for ourselves and how we show up, instead of judging other people, worrying so much about what they're doing, being more in control of what we're doing and what we can do. Because the truth of the matter is, many of us are not living our lives to even a tenth of the potential that you could live. But because you're so concerned about everybody else, because you're so weighed down from your past, and the thing about your past, a lot of us are weighed down from the past and don't even realize the past is holding us back. So it's like you're carrying this burden down that's stopping you from making certain decisions, going in certain directions, because the burden is too much to carry and you don't even realize you carry a load. That's why you can't expect yourself from everybody else. That's why you have to focus on who you are, what you can do, and how you can impact the world. That's why I'm publishing this journal. That's why we do Heart Talk every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. That's why we do prayer every Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. That's why we do the Heart Equity Exchange every fourth Saturday of the month. Why? Because I'm committed to doing what I feel like I've been called to do. This is the space that I feel like God has called me to take up. And I feel like the space I've been called to take up is also here to encourage you to take up your space in whatever it is you need to be doing at this point in time in this life. Can I get an amen from somebody? And there are some comments in the comment section. I hope they are appropriate, because if not, they will be removed. Because I just been having some issues with that. But I will respond when I stop driving. I just wanted to let y'all know that. But what am I saying? I'm saying own your own power. Own your own potential. Own who you are. A lot of I realized last night, I felt so light when I was finishing up that journal draft, and there's a couple more edits I gotta do before it's officially published. But like, I felt so good. You know why? Because that's something I was supposed to do 10 years ago, if I be honest. You know how many journals I have in my editing account that I never published, that I never press send on, that I never took up the space with, right? But I can look to the left and right and think of how great somebody else is, and they are great. And you know what I want you to know, when you see greatness in other people and you see amazing, things that they're doing, and you think, wow, that's awesome, that's good, I like what they're doing. The reason why you like that is because you have that potential within yourself. Whether you've activated it or harnessed it and put it into action, and brought it from a dream to a reality, that's another thing. But the reason why you're drawn to certain people, you like certain things, a lot of times is because you have that within you. It's something even better, something even not better, but more, unique to you. And the world needs you to bring it to pass. But you know what I know? It's a lot of people saying that. But what I do know is a lot of people not talking about the bondage and the pain that's holding people back from doing what they need to do. Right? I often talk about going through this grief process of losing my mom. Right? And I'm on topic. I promise I'm on topic. This has everything to do with not expecting you from everybody else. I often think about my mom and I, before she passed, my mother and I had discussed what her homegoing service would be like. We discussed how she wanted to live her life, um, as far as, when it was time for her to transition. I knew the songs she wanted to sing. I knew the homegoing services that we did for my mother were very, very, very much. I believe my mother was very proud of me and our family, and our family and our community who came together, because the services were what she wanted. But the reason why I'm saying this is, one thing in my grieving process I realized, and this is why I'm going hard with heart work and doing heart talk, and this is why I already told y'all I will be going live every week. I will be coming here and talking with y'all. I am open to topics because we have to heal, okay? I would not have been able to grieve my mother. I believe that if my mother had died and she and I had not done the work, and we had not worked on ourselves and worked on our relationship, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't know if my marriage would have been able to withstand the grief. I don't know if me being a parent, I believe that I have things that go on, just like every family. Every family has things that go on or whatever, but like I feel like if I hadn't worked on that relationship with my mother, I wouldn't be in a good space with my children right now. I wouldn't have the people in my life who got my back and support me and love and care about me. I wouldn't even be able to receive them because of the grief and the anger, right? I need you to understand how much your past experiences are shaping your current situations right now, right? And I realized that core belief that I had, it was a faulty belief, but I believed it for years. I believed that something was wrong with me. I believed that I wasn't worthy of love. I believed that, I was a mistake. I was birthed as a mistake. I believed that life was always going to be hard for me. I believed that, um, anxiety was just a part of life and I have to deal with that. I believe that, I have to carry the weights and the burdens of life because I'm a woman, I'm a black woman, and that's just what we do. These are things that I believed before I started doing my work. And when I started doing my work, I realized the devil is a liar. I realized that I am worthy, I am loved, I am everything the scriptures say about me and more. Ever since I had that experience with Christ, back in 2003, I believe that I've been on this journey. Environment, feel the atmosphere. If somebody feeling some kind of way about me, trust me, I know I can feel it. Whether I say anything about it or acknowledge it, that's neither here nor there. But I can tell because I know that's a gift that I have. So I realized that because of the past experiences I had in my life, the devil was really trying to tear me down to really not believe in myself, not trust in myself, not really love myself the way I needed to, because then I wouldn't be able to get on here and even do this and talk to y'all about these things. My mother and I went through some really tough times. And before she died, we talked extensively about both of us needing to talk about this as much as possible, because so many children are hiding hidden resentment to their parents. So many parents have hidden resentment against their children, and a lot of times neither one of them have really done anything to each other. They're both a victim of their circumstances. They're both a victim of their family patterns. They're both a victim of generational behaviors and generational situations that have taken place in their family line that keep happening, that keep tripping people up generation after generation. And somebody has to say, hey, what's going on here? I am no longer going to do this. I'm going to be the one to break this chain. I'm going to be the one to tear down this bondage that's been going on. I'm going to be the one to think better about myself. I'm going to be the one to look higher. I'm going to be the one to be healthy. I'm not going to carry these hereditary issues, diseases, diseases, sicknesses, strife, mothers and daughters not getting along, fathers and sons not getting along, families being broken. A lot of people beat themselves down about that, but when you start to learn about your family, a lot of time you find out this stuff been going on. And so I do heart work because I want us to uproot and really have a light heart, right? I want us to be able to understand that both things can be true. You can love someone and be upset or sad about how they're treating you, how you're experiencing them. You can love someone and still not like how they treat you. You can love someone and still choose not to talk to them or interact with them because when you do interact with them, it's toxic for you and it doesn't work for you. Both things can be true. And I think a lot of times we get disappointed because we want people to act like us. You did this, so now you think that person should now do this in return. But you never expressed that. You just thought that they should know that. No, we can't do that. If we continue to live like that, we're going to continue to live very discontented, blaming everybody else for the circumstances and the situations that we are in. We all are a product of our environments, whatever those environments were. But like I said in a video before, you are not responsible for what happened to you when you were a child, but as an adult, you are responsible for how you deal with that. And you are responsible even if you choose not to deal with that. So I just want to encourage you to lean in to your emotions, lean into your feelings. I like to tell my clients, do a heart dump. Get out a journal, get out a notebook, and just write your thoughts and your feelings and how you feeling and what you thinking. You know, like get out the things that aren't doing your soul well. Your soul needs to be light. Your heart needs to be light. We living in a world that needs your heart to be light. We need to have clarity. I am very clear that I need to be having these conversations with you. I want us to grow together. I believe that we can really transform the world one individual at a time doing this type of emotional wellness, development, healing, spiritual healing. Like, this is what we're doing. I call it growing and cultivating heart equity, personal, relational, and financial wealth through authentic living. Now, whatever you call it, that's on you. But I just invite you, join the Heart Tribe, get connected, right? And start to look at your relationships. I have a question. Who are you irritated with right now in your life? Who is someone you're upset with? And I can almost promise you a part of you being upset with them is because you had an expectation that they didn't reach and you didn't express that expectation. Or maybe you're resentful and unforgiving about some things that happened in the past that can't be changed, but you haven't addressed it. But you're living a very passive aggressive way of communicating that you're upset about this, but you're not telling them. But they can feel it. Let's make our hearts light, right? Let's take it one step at a time. Remember our 6 steps. These steps have transformed my life. These steps have transformed the lives of those. You know how joy filled I am when my clients call me, my family and friends call me and give a praise report about how they talked to a family member they haven't talked to in years, how they were able to overcome a barrier that they had with their parents, their loved ones, their husband, their wife, their significant other, their siblings. Why? Because they were able to work the 6 steps and be able to process and have a healthy conversation, or sit down and journal, or work the steps to get better, and they feel better about themselves, they feel more confident, they're able to move. And let me tell you, when you heal your heart, let me tell you, almost every single time, this is why I'm so excited about growing, cultivating and growing heart equity, because when you heal your heart, when you confront those pains, those worries, those strains, what happens is you release that. And then when you look at something else you wanted to do, a dream you wanted to achieve, a goal you wanted to reach, something you wanted to experience, now you're lighter. You have more space. You're more open to receive that. And inevitably, it happens. It absolutely happens. I get the praise reports all the time. And a lot of times people say, you need to do better with testimonials. And I do. Like, I'm working on it. I just set up I got my Google review set up on my Addie BB. You could check it out, Addie BB LLC, and you can leave a review on Google so people can start sharing more testimonies. And I thank everyone who has shared their testimony. But I believe that God will make sure that the word gets out. I do believe that. I believe if I can be faithful at what He called me to do, just share the message, He will make sure that the word gets out. But we grow heart equity, personal, relational, and financial wealth through authentic living. Personal wealth. You personally, yourself, your mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, your physical health, that your being, your relationship with God, all of that is your personal wealth, how you show up in the world, your self-esteem, what you believe about yourself, your values, your personal wealth. And your relational wealth is how you interact with the world around you, personally, professionally, at work and business and life and play, when you're in the grocery store, PTA meetings, all the things. Relational wealth, because I believe relationship is the currency of true wealth, not money. Money is a tool, but not the ultimate tool. And I believe our relationships are the crux and the core. But if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, it is really hard to have healthy, productive relationships with other people that are genuine. I come into contact with a lot of people who are nice, but they not genuine. And financial wealth, I believe that is tied to your purpose. I believe that your purpose and your passion will bring you a profit if you stay consistent at it. If you are authentic in your personal relationship, your relationships with others, that's going to bring about financial wealth some way, shape, or form. If you are operating the way God has designed for us to operate, I believe that in my heart because I'm living it, and I'm watching other people live it too. I work with my clients, and then I get the call, oh, I got a promotion, I got a raise, my business got this contract, I'm doing this new thing. All because we released the burden, the pain, the insecurity, the doubt, the imposter, the thing that's causing the imposter syndrome. Don't expect you from everybody else. All right? And do me a favor, share this video with anybody you think could benefit from it. And check out my link tree. It's in the description. Be on the lookout. The new Anchor Journal will be published in the next couple of weeks. I'm so excited about it. We'll be doing another book publishing workshop. We'll be doing some more workshops as offshoots from the Heart Equity Exchange, because I believe when you heal your heart, you transform your life. And a part of transforming your life is really expressing your unique creativity. That's why you can't expect you from everybody else, because you are unique. And God has created you to show up in the world a certain way, and when you show up the way you need to show up, others you will impact others in a way that it can propel them to be where they need to be. But we got to own our own power. That's all I'm saying. Don't be getting mad at other people. You can't control them, but you can control you. So just focus on that. Okay? I love y'all. This is Adelai Brown, your heart coach, signing out.